Hey everybody. I was thinking about doing this video because I know I'm not the only one that is kind of thinking that, it seems kind of, unfair, if you will. I mean, I understand, especially with the pandemic happening or had happened and, on its tail end, if you will, that financially everybody is struggling, even major labels, major studios, major players, if you will, in the world of sports and entertainment and whatnot. But, before this whole pandemic went down, I know that I'm not alone in thinking this. And that is, when it comes to sites like video uploading sites like YouTube and Dailymotion and Bitchute and MetaCafe and even previous ones of the past like Blimp.tv and Vid.me, when it comes to a lot of these, and including some of the video uploading outlets on Twitter and Facebook, if there's one thing we've always felt was kind of unfair, it's the fact that a lot of these major players that I mentioned, these major labels, studios, always had ads before, during, and at the end of the videos that they would upload onto these video uploading sites. And again, I can understand that, with this pandemic and everything that occurred over the past year, it's even the major players financially took a big hit, and they need some kind of revenue to bring back in to, stabilize them in some normalized way. But even before then, a lot of content creators felt that it was unfair that, yes, they would get ad revenue because of the monetization and everything, but they felt it was unfair that these major players would get ad revenue too, and financially they didn't need it. They didn't need it more so than the content creators that did. And with us coming out of this pandemic, the same can be said now. And that is the fact that, a lot of these content creators feel, including myself, that in our opinion, personally, that once these major players, get financially back on their feet, back to that normalized way of running things for their businesses, that perhaps what they should do is take a hiatus on making money off their YouTube channels, off their Dailymotion channels, the Bitchute channels, the MetaCafe channels, even the Facebook and Twitter outlets, and let those that really need the monetization, really need the ad revenue, get the spotlight, kind of come forward and get the attention, if you will, of those that would view their content and help provide that ad revenue that, basically results in them getting paid every month or every other month, depending on the situation. And to me, basically, that makes a lot of sense, in my opinion. It makes a lot of sense. Because think about it. You have all these major outlets, these labels, like HBO Max, Disney, Universal, WWE, AEW, the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, NBC Sports, CBS, ABC, you name it. You have all these different outlets out there. Okay, you have all these different outlets out there, and they have enough money financially, even during the pandemic, to help get them through this, to help get them through any scenario that they're in. And, like I said, I can understand that maybe they took a hit in a way that they would probably think, yeah, we need to keep the ad revenue going with our YouTube and Dailymotion and other video outlet channels. Maybe, from a business point of view, they kind of considered that they need to still do that to, like I said, get back to that, that level of normalcy when it comes to running the businesses or the companies or what have you. But the thing is, what they should consider is that there are those out there, like I said, that need it more than them. People like maybe myself, people like, let's say, Lynn Cara, people like, let's say, Pro Jared, people like, Scott the Waz, Isaac Carlson, Watso Videos, You know, Cinemassacre, AVGN, Channel Awesome, Doug Walker Nostalgia Critic, Bennett the Sage, Bob's Show, Rob the Wonderful. You know, the list could go on and on. Pat Contra, The Angry Joe Show. You know, the list could go on and on of channels of content creators that could use the ad revenue and the monetization more so than these big labels. But again, I can understand, and others probably understand and find it excusable, that because of what's happened over the past year, that these big major players do need a little bit of, you know, financial substance to get them balanced out, basically back to where they were beforehand. And I agree. You know, if you need to find a way to get back balanced onto the books, you know, financially, then yeah, you need to find any kind of revenue source that you can get to make that happen. But after you get to that point, I think you need to kind of, you know, put that to a halt and allow others the opportunity to come through and, you know, make that financial opportunity a reality for them. So to me, you know, honestly, and I'm sure to others, it is kind of unfair. But over the past year, we understand why it's going on. You know, we understand more so why you're seeing more ads and everything pop up. You know, not just for these companies, but for all these uploading sites themselves. We get that. We get that, you know, financially you need to stabilize once more to get back to some kind of normalcy for the business. But when it's all said and done and you get back to that normalcy, to me, I think honestly, these major players, these major studios, labels, whatever, they should kind of put a halt to them making money, you know, off their channel, you know, off their channels, and giving that opportunity to others, like let's say myself and those that I've mentioned. But that's just my opinion. What's yours? How do you feel about the whole situation? Comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the live chat during the premiere, and I will talk to y'all later.